the leaders are all grateful guys. There's a lot of information that you're going to get from us today, and hopefully everybody can see this with what I'm going to talk about. But I'm excited, and before I dive into everything that I'm going to talk about, understand you don't have to take everything you're going to learn today and apply it. Take a couple things, like 3 or 4 nuggets that really, really stick with you, that you're going to go out there and work on very, very, very well. Just a couple things, and a couple different things are going to resonate with different people, depending on where you're at in the business. But what we thought was one of the most important topics today to kick off the event was timing, and where we're at as individuals, as a group, as a company, and as an industry, which I'm excited to talk about. But the reason that all the leadership and the people, the speakers that you're going to hear from today, the reason they are where they are is because they've come to the conclusion for themselves about where we're at. So I'm going to give you a little bit of information, like a preview, but take the time leaving here today to go do your own research, to get your heads into the books, to read, the books by Robert Kiyosaki and Donald Trump and all this other stuff. Take it upon yourself to see it and believe it for yourself, because you can hear it from me, but when you see it for yourself, guys, and you genuinely believe it for yourself, it's so much easier to push that belief level into other people. So the first thing I'm going to talk about, guys, is called the law of diffusion of innovation. And the law of diffusion of innovation is a theory that seeks to explain why, how, and in what way an idea or technology is going to spread through a culture. And, affiliate marketing is an industry right now, is something that is, what's the word I want to use? It's like I don't want to say the minority right now, but we get ridiculed and stuff like that, which I'm going to go into in a second. The stuff that's out there right now, we're going against the grain. It's a new idea to a lot of people, and I'm going to explain this whole thing. I'm going to bring up a chart in a second to really show you guys where we're at, and how if people who are here today can understand where we're at and lock in on this excitement, keep this excitement for the next couple of years about where the industry's going, guys, there is a lot of money to be made for the people that can stay excited. So there's 5 categories that are said to make an idea that's going to be adopted or rejected. And the first one's called relative advantage. How improved an innovation is over a previous generation. This one I think is obvious. I think all of these are so obvious, and this is why I wanted to talk about this. So obvious is how this is going to be adopted. Guys, how improved we are over a previous generation. That comes from all aspects. We as a younger demographic, if Amway and Avon and all these other companies, guys, were able to do what they did without near the technology that we've got, what do you think is going to happen for us? How improved is it? From a technology standpoint, how easy it is for us to acquire knowledge on anything. Look at the power behind the internet and all the resources that we have at the touch of our fingers. Some of the leaders here, Scott Beeman was able to build a whole, him and his team were able to build a whole group over the pond through a Skype screen. Amway couldn't do that. Avon couldn't do that, and they're already in the billions. Think about how much easier it is for us. And then how improved, okay, now look at it from a product standpoint. How improved? Our product, look at the products. Our products are top of the line. And we haven't even come out with all of them yet. It's just getting better and better and better. The products that we have, guys, are so easy to fill the void in somebody else's life. Makeup? That's only half the population. We've got something that genuinely helps everybody. Okay, the next one, compatibility. The level of compatibility that an innovation has to be assimilated into an individual's life. This is something you do whether you're involved or not. It fits into somebody's life so simply. We as affiliate marketers, guys, we talk to people. I don't know a single individual that doesn't talk to people. It's so self-explanatory for people to adopt to the idea. Third, complexity. If the innovation is perceived as complicated, it says it on the front page of your playbook. We are networking products through the most socially demographic that society has ever seen, and we're paid to consume it in the worst economy since the Great Depression. How easy is that to wrap your head around? It's simple. It's very, very simple to share this idea with other people. And then the biggest thing with how easy it is, guys, the playbook takes a big weight off. A huge weight off. To the point where if everybody gets their hands on a playbook, if you fail, it's on you. Nobody else. How simple is that? And how great is it that we've got leadership that we're able to put that together for us to make our job easier. When you share that with people, guys, it's easy for them to adopt to the idea. Okay, fourth, trialability, how easily an innovation may be explored. If the user is able to test an innovation, the individual will be more likely to adopt it. Who here's frenzy? Like half the room. It's very easy to be explored. It's very, very simple, one, from like a research standpoint, to explore VIMA, to explore the idea, to explore the products. Look at the test, what's the word I'm looking for? The clinical studies, yeah, thank you. The clinical studies that we've got. That credibility is huge. Huge, and most people don't even take advantage of that. A clinical study, guys, we've got 4 of them, on 2 of the different products. That's huge. That's so easy for somebody to explore. The tools that come in your builder pack, all of that, those tools make it so easy for the newest person to explore what's going on. And then you look at the industry, get them in the business of the 21st century. Simple. Then they can very easily, for themselves, explore the industry and where it's going and why we're a part of a business of the future, which I'm going to touch on more in a second. And then observability, the extent that innovation is visible to others. The success stories are happening left and right. And this is something that I'm really promoting. People now are not asking themselves, can VIMA work? Nobody asks that anymore. No one. They're asking themselves, can you help me? They're looking at you as an individual, not VIMA. VIMA's established. The success, it's everywhere. There's success everywhere throughout the company, not just within our group. We do have a lot of success, but it's everywhere. It's so easy for people to see, and the more visible it is how it creates a positive reaction. And we've got that. And I think the coolest thing about this whole new leaf we've turned as individuals is becoming way more professional is huge. We as a group, the Elite Network, are becoming a group of people that people want to be a part of, that people aspire to become, which is huge. So give it up to you guys for that. Okay, now here's a chart that explains diffusion of innovation. And I'm going to go over this quickly before the next speaker comes up. Okay. Most companies want to appeal to the early majority and the late majority, which is 34% each. Where we're at right now, guys, you got to start here with the innovators. What are the innovators? Innovators are people who see the idea first, who are risk takers, who commonly are high on the social level, social status. They see opportunity. We here are a part of the innovators. We saw the idea for what it was in the beginning. We're now dipping into early adopters. So right now we've got innovators and early adopters. We've reached about 10%. The hardest push, guys, is from 10% to 16%, the tipping point. When we get to 16%, not only as a company, but as an industry, that's where the idea becomes completely accepted by everybody. And we've reached the tipping point to where it's like we're going to talk about later. People are hitting you up. Hey, I need to make some money this summer. Can I enroll with you in VIMA? It's going to be that simple because of who we're becoming and how easily the idea is becoming adopted. Because we've hit the hammer on the head.
Yeah!
And now this last thing I'm going to talk about. There's 3 stages of any opportunity. technology, there's three different phases. Okay, the first one, something I want to talk about, Ray Kroc, the guy that thought of the idea of a franchise with McDonald's. Guys, franchises were considered scams years ago. They were under investigation by the FTC for years. Costco, Wegmans, wholesale stores, things like that were considered scams when the idea first came out. For a very long time, do research on that. But now, everything is a franchise. They went through the ridicule stage, the opposition stage, and then it got to a point where the idea was so self-evident because of all the 5 things I listed before that it became adopted. Okay guys, we've already gone through the first 2 stages.
Yeah.
Not only as a company, guys, but as an industry, which is huge. And like I said before, and take this is the last thing I'm going to say, for those of us in the room here today who can lock in and really understand what you've got on your hands today, and can keep this level of excitement, like bring this energy that you get from the room today, bring this energy home, bring it to other people, show people, if you can lock in on that for the next couple of years, guys, there is a lot of money to be made.
Yeah.